Got here is an LG dehumidifier. Let's see, this particular unit, the model number is LD651EBL, and the problem is I keep getting this error code. It gives me 67CH. It seemed every time I reset the unit it would run a little while, but then it would go right back to this same error code. So I did a little YouTube surfing and a little bit of Googling, and I found out what it's telling us is that either the bucket's full, which it's not, or it's a sensor, and the sensor needs to be replaced. So I ended up buying a replacement sensor here from a place called Repair Clinic, and we're going to see if that works. I'm making this video because I did not find any decent videos on YouTube that showed you how to get the sensor in. They talked about that it needed the sensor, but they didn't show you how to get the sensor in. So I'm going to kind of go through that. Alright, I already had this, this unit's actually apart right now, but I kind of put it back together real quick without all the screws, just to kind of do a demo of what you need to do. First of all, obviously I gotta unplug it. Okay. So take out the water bucket, and then take out your air filter screen here. Just slide right down the bottom. Initially, when this was doing this, I thought it just needed a good cleaning, because when I took this out, it was filthy. So I cleaned this up real well. Clean the unit. You'll see as we get the unit apart, it's pretty clean. I ended up blowing out the unit with compressed air and vacuuming it out, but it was still coming up with that 67CH error code. Take this out, and the next thing I did, you got a bunch of Phillips head screws on the back here. I took all the screws out and took the popped the back off. Okay, then I went back to the front. There's two small Phillips head screws underneath here. I took those out, and what you do is I think you push in or pull out on this upper part, and that'll take the faceplate out with the control panel up on top. And it's got a wire here, connects everything to the main board inside. So you just leave that attached, and then I took off the main housing, and there's screws on the main housing. Let's see, they're Phillips head. There's a couple on the bottom. You want to take out the ones that are in front where the coils are. There's a couple screws up front. There's a couple on the side, and I think there was one in the back. One or two in the back. Let's see. You'll find them. Just look around. Yeah, there's two in the back here. No, just one. One right here goes into the wiring box. And then there's a couple clips. You just kind of lift up on and get the clips off, and the whole housing will lift away. Alright, so now you got, I thought the primary thing that we needed was access to this box. So yeah, when I first Googled things, everybody's talking about a sensor. I'm thinking, what sensor? But the more I looked into it and saw some of the videos, every time somebody opened up one of these dehumidifiers, you saw this little thing sitting on the front coils and the front evaporator coils. So this is it. This is a little humidity sensor, and this is theoretically what's causing the problem. And first time I had this open, this wire comes back, and it goes, you can see it kind of goes back into the wiring box. It just disappears in there. So I was thinking, well, how are we going to work on it. Well, there's a couple screws on the wiring box here. There's one on the back, right here, up on top, and there's one right here. So if you take those off, you get access to everything you need here. Okay. So that sensor ends up going into the motherboard. I guess we'll call it the motherboard terminal block in here. So I was looking this over closely because at first when I saw that CH67 and it said bucket full, I thought maybe it was the bucket switch. And there it is, this little red switch right back here. You know, when the bucket gets full, it'll push back on that switch and turn the unit off. But that wasn't what was doing it, because I have this thing hooked up so it continuously drains, so the bucket was never getting full. But that switch, if you come around back here, this is the back part of the switch. And when you get that new part, the new sensor part, it comes with these wires. You're gonna attach that to the existing bucket switch. You'll see there'll be a new sensor that's part of it. And then the other thing I found out, they call this little guy right here, I think this is like a freeze probe. If the unit freezes up, it'll shut it off, and that'll be part of that wiring harness. But all these wires, if you follow these back, kind of go back here, they're all together, and they click into the terminal board right here. So we're going to work on taking those off that board. All right, here's the part I got. Like I said, I got it from a place called Repair Clinic. If you just go there, you can put in your dehumidifier model number and look up sensor. Now, LG makes, I believe, these dehumidifiers for a number of different people, like maybe Kenmore and things like that. That's why I was just calling this a 67 code for the video title, because I think there's a bunch of videos or a bunch of dehumidifiers that will give you the same code. It's basically the same dehumidifier, it's just a different manufacturer. But here's the part, and you can see here's the humidity sensor, here's the freeze sensor, and then this is going to go into that bucket. So right now what we'll do is find out what it takes to get the old one disconnected from the panel. I think it just pops off here. It's just like a terminal block connection, little clip on here. Alright, just looking over the new one, this is the clip that goes into that terminal block. It looks like what you have to do is just kind of squeeze on the front part of this, and it's got a little clip that you get the teeth to come up, and that should pop it out. So we'll try doing that with a pair of needle nose pliers on the board that's in here, or the clip that's in here. Okay, there it is, and I'm just squeezing on there, and it just comes right off. There's so now it's just a matter of taking out the old wiring harness here. These are sit down in this little channel inside. It goes back to the box, and let's see, we'll take off where it connects to the bucket switch here. You should just pop off. Yep, those just pop off. Okay, and the freeze probe lifts out, and then the dehumidifier, or the humidity sensor, just pops right off. So there we go. We got it out, and we just got to install the new one in the reverse order. All right, I got it all back together. I got it plugged in. Right now, I got humidity in the basement about 54%. So it's all back together, except I left the back off, just in case I got to take it back apart again. Let's see, we'll turn it on. And I got it set for 35%, so we'll let it go, see how it does. I just got the bucket hooked up right now, and just see if we get that error message anymore. Okay, it's been over an hour and it's still running, so I think we fixed it. Here's the bucket, and it's collecting water. So that did it. It was just the sensor. Again, I got that at repairclinic.com.